Hey, do you want to beat them off with a stick? Scent science. I have 5 of my most complimented beast mode fragrances, ranging from niche all the way down to designer. This is in no particular order, but these are some of my wife's favorites and the most that I've gotten compliments on. If you like the video so far, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We have a lot of content. We're just going to make things a lot easier here in the fragrance community. This is Scent Science, fragrances, easy to understand in layman's terms. First up, my personal favorite, Nishane Ani. Let's give it a few sprays here. Oh man. I get excited every time I smell this stuff, man. It wouldn't be Scent Science without a breakdown of the notes. With a top note of ginger and bergamot, green notes, cardamom, some black currant, some Turkish rose. On the mid to the bottom, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, and musk. I know I said a big word salad when it comes to these different notes, but what you need to know is that you're going to get yourself on a first initial spray as soon as it hits the skin. Well, in this case, the tester. That ginger and that bergamot really comes in with that benzoin and that vanilla all the way down to the dry down. If you haven't got your nose on it, just blind buy it. This is the #1 blind buy fragrance in my collection. And trust me, when this one gets halfway, I'm getting 100 mil. Trust me, you'll love it. Nishane Ani. See, this next fragrance gets a lot of hate in the community. Well, the main reason is because a lot of people don't see Tom Ford as niche, only when you get to their private line. But ombre leather, niche quality, it's amazing. Let's give it a few sprays, dry it down a little bit. Man, just imagine you're on a motorcycle with fresh leather, going into the bar, and you're a complete badass. It's just an amazing fragrance. Tom Ford has notes of cardamom, leather, some jasmine, a little bit of amber, moss, and patchouli. I can't smell half of those notes in there. The leather and the patchouli, they don't list it on the notes, but I can smell a little bit of a raspberry note there that just smells absolutely amazing. This one I wouldn't say is blind buy safe, especially if you don't like leather, but this right here would definitely get you some compliments. Yeah, it's just amazing. Tom Ford's ombre leather. Next in the top 5 is MFK's Grand Soir. If you have the money for it, buy it. This is another one that I would say would be blind buy safe. Some people may disagree and say nothing is blind buy safe, but in this channel, it can be blind buy safe. Let's get some sprays of it. Great atomizer, lets out a lot of juice. Oh man. See, if you want to smell sweet but sexy and sophisticated, man, this right here, this juice right here, this golden orange juice right here, top of the line, man. So Grand Soir on top, you're gonna get a blast of amber, some vanilla, some benzoin, some tonka bean. I smell a little bit of the lavender, but on your skin, it'll instantly go away, at least on mine, that is. It's amazing. That amber and vanilla, some of that latmian, and that tonka bean is not overly sweet. When you spray this, don't think of it's going to be overly sweet, but it is unisex. Most of MFK's house is, but date night, a very, very cool summer night, may be the only exception of wearing this outside of the fall and the winter. It's an amazing fragrance. Definitely amazing. This right here, lady killer, man. MFK Grand Soir. Now let's move away a little bit from the niche here, and we're going to go into the designer route, but it still has niche type quality in my opinion. First, the bomb, man. This is the bomb. Spicebomb by Viktor and Rolf Extreme. Get the extreme version. I know there's new flankers that came out, but this right here, I would consider to be the gold standard. Let's give it a few sprays. It's amazing. First time my wife smelled this on me, we left wherever we was at early. She smelled this on me and it was an instant hit. She smelled this on paper. It was an instant hit. Let me put this down. Look at the bottle. Look at the bottle, man. It's a freaking grenade, man. With a cap that go right on it to stop the spray. Man, this stuff right here is just amazing. Breakdowns on Spicebomb, you have vanilla, tobacco, cinnamon, cumin, saffron, and whiskey. Now I know whiskey is a note. I never got that. And I have whiskey fragrances. If you want me to do a breakdown on some of the alcoholic type fragrances that I have, I do have a few in my collection. Leave a comment below. I'll definitely make a video on that. So with this, you get a blast of that cinnamon off top. That cinnamon with some of that tobacco, and then the vanilla all the way through the dry down. You'll get some of that cumin. I don't smell too much of that saffron. You know they have saffron heavy fragrances like Baccarat 540. Especially on the Excrape version of it, you're gonna get a blast of that saffron, but this is extremely light and on skin. You mainly gonna smell that vanilla, some tobacco, and that cinnamon. Man, certified lady killer here. It won't be a top 5 unless I give the summer and warmer months a little bit of love. So here you have Acqua de Giorgio's Profumo. This stuff right here, it is amazing for summer. I wouldn't do incredibly high heat, so those triple digits in Texas, triple digits in Florida with all that humidity, but this would be good in about 85 to 90. This is just amazing here. It's discontinued, but you can still find it around in discounters in the gray market. Just make sure that it's real. This stuff right here, man, look at that atomizer. Oh man, this was my first fragrance that I had love at first sniff. I got a decant of it about 2 years back and I regretted not getting a bottle of it, and then I found a bottle and I jumped on it quickly. And I got the biggest bottle I can find at the time, which here I believe is a 100 ml. It was just amazing, man. So here you'll have a little bit of those marine notes, but it won't be that heavy marine note that smells like seawater. This would be a light marine note, like as soon as you hit the beach, but you're not close enough to the water. That bergamot, some rosemary, that sage, that incense and patchouli. See, I'm afraid of incense because usually on my skin it just brings out too much to the point that I'm smelling like I'm going in a smoke shop. But this here is just so light and it's slightly sweet. This would definitely not be a unisex scent. This is a masculine scent. This is definitely not going to be unisex, but oh man, it's a lady killer. The first time my wife smelled this on me. And the thing about this scent right here is a little tricky. And a lot of freshies are like this, so I want to give this tip. Let the fragrance warm up. If you spray it on in the house, you may get a whiff of it, but as soon as you go outside, let that sun hit it, let your body warm up, you'll definitely smell the fragrance. It's a definite safe blind buy. Make sure you get it. If you can, Acqua de Giorgio's Profumo. So I wanted to make sure I let everybody know the longevity of these fragrances. So we'll start off here with Grand Soir. Grand Soir, you're going to get yourself about 3 to 4 hours of projection and about 12 to 14 hours on skin. This is on me, 12 to 14 hours. And on clothes, man, I got 2 days. I got 2 days of this stuff on clothes when I first got it. And as you can see, there's a humongous dent in it because I just wear it. It's an amazing fragrance. Nishane Ani, you're going to get yourself about 2 to 3 hours of projection. You're going to get yourself about 8 hours on skin, and on clothes, you're going to get yourself about 12 to 16. I can spray this on a white shirt, smell this the next day, going into about midday. I still smell it. This is an amazing fragrance. Good stuff here. Spicebomb. I get myself about 2 hours strong projection, 3 on a good day. But this stuff right here is stick on clothes, man. 3 days, 4 days. If you put your clothes on and you take your clothes off on Monday, by Friday, you still gonna get some remnants of it. This is good stuff on clothes. It's great on skin. I still get about 8 hours on skin. Great stuff. Acqua di Giro, about 2 to 3 hours of projection. On clothes, it's gonna give you about roughly 8. It's a nice work day of a fragrance on skin. It's great stuff, man. Great projection, smells good, mass appealing. Tom Ford Ombré leather. So this stuff right here is going to get you about 3 hours of projection. Just like the rest of them, all the rest of these up here is about 3 hours of projection. On clothes, I'll say it'll give you about a good 6 to 8 on clothes. Sometimes in the warmer months, if you wear this at night, it's not going to last as long. In the winter months, it just sticks to clothes. I hope you enjoyed our video here on the top 5 most beast mode complemented fragrances here in my collection. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We have a lot of videos coming up. I thank you. Scent Science.